Hey everybody, what's happening? Welcome to Potsquatch Growers. Today, on a very special episode, we're going to be showing you how to make a basic functional CO2 excretion module, shall we say. In actual fact, the tool is going to be a couple of plastic bottles and some fucking yeast, sugar, and water, basically. So, what we're going to be doing is, for the main part, you've got a 2-liter pop bottle. I have taken the lid and put a hole through it. I used my drill, didn't have a drill bit quite big enough, so I used a knife just to widen it out. Then I've taken hot glue, would totally work. If anything, I would be using hot glue if I had any. Instead, I'm using Bondo. Bondo is actually meant for fixing bumpers and flexible parts on, scooters and vehicles and shit, or other things of that nature. But it totally will work, though, for sealing that up. So I've taken our rubber tube, I've put it through the hole, and I'm letting that Bondo set up. So what are you going to need? You're going to need a 2-liter pop bottle. You're going to need a small little bottle here. What's going to happen is we're going to attach the Bondo and or the rubber tube to this cap as well. This is going to sit on the next side of it like so. So in the main bodied bottle here, which is the big one, we're going to have yeast, sugar, and water. And then the rubber tube's going to go out the top of this one into this one, and it's going to be submerged in water. One, it's going to be cool because you'll be able to see the CO2 bubbling up. And two, it provides a little bit of filtration there just to protect, your grow environment from cultures that are growing inside of this. Because we're going to be using living yeast, a baker's yeast, and that's going to give off CO2 while it eats the sugar. When the bubbles stop popping on this right-hand side, that means it's done, it's spent. But this simple little contraption you can reuse, and so all you got to do is put in more yeast and water. So I'm just going to quickly widen this hole out here a little bit. Pretty easy to do. Just take your knife, be careful, and start to spin it around. It's a little hard on your knife, but it's a piece of shit knife anyway, So once you've got the hole big enough where you can fit the tube in there, you're going to put that in and use your hot glue or your Bondo or whatever you end up choosing to use. Then you're going to tape these together. The tube's going to go from the top like that and into there. You're going to also poke a few little holes on the top of this one just to allow the CO2 to dissipate. Anyway, I'm going to get all that stuff done and we'll get the next clip going and then we will get this puppy installed and going. Hey everybody, what's happening? Here's another clip. I totally was an idiot. I forgot that Bondo is a 2-part system. There's a part A and a part B. So there's a hardener. So what I did is I just squished the hardener out into this and I just mixed it together all with my finger. But so now it's gonna make a nice, good, hard seal for our tubes and our caps. So Bondo typically starts to cure it after about 10 minutes. I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour and then we'll come back and finish the video. Hey-o. Hey everybody, welcome to the last part of the video. So, as you can see, we finished putting this all together here. So what I've done is I've just made some little holes here at the top, okay? We've got our top piece over there that's settling. So the first thing we're gonna need to do is put some sugar into the bottle. The sugar is, in fact, what the yeast will be eating. So, open up our bag of sugar here. Doot. We're gonna put 2 cups of sugar or so into our bottle here. So we're just dumping it in. Perfect. Get our second cup of sugar here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it sexy, keeping it real. Okay. Now, we've got all of that in there. And, sorry, I'm just thinking as I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get some tap water here. We're just going to get it nice and warm
but not too hot. Warm, so that's good. This is warm. I'm gonna take this water now. So we're gonna start off with 4 cups of water here, my friends, or so. There we go, almost there, almost there. Whoop, 1,000 milliliters. So, pull this funnel off here. See if I can do this without making a mess. Oop, I should have turned off the water at the sink, you know what I'm saying, baby? So, how's everybody else doing out there? Doing good? That's good. 4 cups of water in. Oop. Now, turn that off. I'm just debating on, you know what? I might put another couple of cups of water. Let's do another 2 cups of warm water. So that'll bring our total water count up to 6 cups all day, my friends. There we go. Beep. There's roughly 2 more cups going in. Hey-o. The reason why the water is cloudy is because it's just air that's in the water. So water that comes out of my tap has a lot of air in it. Nothing bad though. Okay, so now what we're going to need to add is a dash of baking soda, which I believe I have. And we're also going to get some just instant quick rise, fast rising yeast will work. So there we go. We got some yeast there. For the yeast, we're going to use we're going to use a total of 3 tablespoons of that, 1 tablespoon of the baking soda. But I'm just going to do one quick thing here. Going to take another 2-liter lid here, and we're going to go over here just like this. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to make sure that all the sugar gets dissolved. So just quickly do that a few times. Do 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 do. Dissolving sugar in water. Oh yeah. Whoop. See, we've almost got all that sugar now. Oh, I gotta stop this. Hey everybody, I had to delete a bunch of shit off my phone in order to keep recording, but we have done that, so we are good to go now. So, we're going to, forgive me ladies and gentlemen, I've got to open up the thing of yeast there. Yeast is open now. And we need baking soda. Where the baking soda at? I'm just trying to find the baking soda. Found the baking soda. Nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so grab our baking soda. There's a beautiful tablespoon. There it is. So we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Gonna go tap, tap, tap it, get that in there, you know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna take 3 tablespoons of yeast. 1. 2. And 3. Perfect. Now, gonna take this, put this lid back on just for a moment. Give it a little shaky, shaky, shaky boo. Getting it all nice and yeasty, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Perfect. And as you can see, I've attached just a small little thing like this, so I'm gonna be able to hang it into the actual grow space itself. Now, this isn't done though. What do we need to do now? Well, we need to get our caps and attach those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this clip real quick, and then I'll get those on and I'll show you what it all looks like when it's assembled. 1 second. Be right back, man. Hey everybody, welcome to the final clip. So, I was an idiot and I didn't really fix my Bondo or like mix it perfectly. So it's curing, but it was going a little slow. So what I've done is I've just put some other a kind of epoxy type glue that I have. It's still setting, so be very careful with that. But the airtight seal on this one is not as important because it's going to be coming from here into the water and up. Not a big deal. Getting an airtight seal, however, on this bad boy is very important because that's what's going to allow you to have your CO2 travel up the tube, down the tube, into the water. It's going to take a little bit of time, but this is what the yeast looks like as it starts to wake up and it's eating sugar and coming alive and being like, hey, baby, I'm yeast. But it's done. Also, at the end of the day, I didn't actually need to put the hanging hook. So I'm probably just going to let this sit up top. Somewhere, maybe. But let's use the hook for now. 1 second. Hey-oh, hey-oh, whoop-oo-whoop. Shit. 1 second, everybody. Bear with me. There we go, ready to grow, ready to go. So just putting it up top here is important because you got to remember, carbon dioxide is heavier than air, so it's going to sink down. But I'm probably going to build a couple more of these little contraptions. I'm going to put 2 or 3 into the flowering room, and it'll be getting going good soon, you know what I'm saying? Tune in a couple of days for the 1 week of flower update. Peace, motherfuckers.